let's get to the dicey exchanges. So I've been pitching this one all day. The moment when it became clear to everyone that Elizabeth Warren is the worst. So Elizabeth Warren and Pete Buttigieg go at it. She starts off by attacking Pete Buttigieg for using bundlers and for fundraising from billionaires. And Pete Buttigieg is ready for this attack because Elizabeth Warren has been trotting this out on the campaign trail for weeks now. And Buttigieg is a person who does his homework, right? Buttigieg, for all of his flaws as a candidate and all of his, I would say, nastiness as a religious person and all of this kind of stuff, for all of that, Pete Buttigieg is a man who does his homework. And so Elizabeth Warren comes after him and suggests that he is in the pocket of big donors. And Pete Buttigieg just knocks her through a wall. And it is phenomenal because she has had this coming for a long time politically. She has had this coming because she has been doing the I'm on my high horse over here fighting corruption. And this is a lady who has violated every rule that she currently says that she holds to. She has violated in the past. And Buttigieg calls her out on it, and it is quite ugly for her. Now, it's not scot-free for Buttigieg because she does get one line on him. And that line was the most quoted line of the debate. You're going to hear the phrase wine cave here. The reason that it's the most quoted is because, of course, most of us have never heard of a wine cave. What the hell's a wine cave? Is it like a place that back in caveman days they used to go and just like guzzle grapes? Like what exactly? Apparently, it's something that very, very wealthy people have. I'm not a wine drinker, so I don't know much about it. In any case, here is Warren and Buttigieg going at each other. Warren gets the most memorable line, but Buttigieg just finishes her on the stage.
We can't have people who can put down $5,000 for a check, drown out the voices of everyone else.
The way we're going to win is to bring everybody to our side in this fight. If that means that you're a grad student digging deep to go online to PeteForAmerica.com and chip in $10, that's great. And if you can drop $1,000 without blinking, that's great too. We need everybody's help in this fight.
So the mayor just recently had a fundraiser that was held in a wine cave full of crystals and served $900 a bottle wine. Think about who comes to that. He had promised that every fundraiser he would do would be open door, but this one was closed door. We made the decision many years ago that rich people in smoke-filled rooms would not pick the next president of the United States. Billionaires in wine caves should not pick the next president of the United States.
Mr. Mayor, your response. You know, according to Forbes magazine, I am literally the only person on this stage who's not a millionaire or a billionaire. So this is important. This is the problem with issuing purity tests you cannot yourself pass. If I pledge never to be in the company of a progressive Democratic donor, I couldn't be up here. Senator, your net worth is 100 times mine.
I do not sell access to my time. I don't do call time with millionaires and billionaires.
Sorry, as of when, Senator?
I don't meet behind closed doors with big dollar donors.
Senator, your presidential campaign right now, as we speak, is funded in part by money you transferred, having raised it at those exact same big ticket fundraisers you now denounce. Did it corrupt you, Senator? Of course not. So to denounce the same kind of fundraising guidelines that President Obama went by, that Speaker Pelosi goes by, that you yourself went by until not long ago in order to build the Democratic Party and build a campaign ready for the fight of our lives. These purity tests shrink the stakes of the most important election.
Okay, so that is Elizabeth Warren going up against the king, and you best not miss, and she missed. It was not a good look. Now, the wine caves thing will stick, so it's not a complete miss. To be fair to Warren, it's not a complete miss. But it doesn't help her because he clocked her there, right? For him to point out that she has taken billionaire money and then she took that money and then she immediately funneled into her presidential campaign all the leftovers from her Senate campaign, that is 100% true. It is 100% true. And the former governor of Pennsylvania, Ed Rendell, wrote an entire piece about this, criticizing her for setting these sorts of false purity tests. So frankly, good for Pete Buttigieg for fighting back on that particular score. Now, as we'll see, Buttigieg then ended up getting kicked around. Okay, so it didn't end up great for Buttigieg either. But at that moment, in that exchange, Warren got really hurt because she is deeply dishonest. And that is obvious to anyone who's been watching this campaign. Thank you for tuning in to the Daily Wire, one of the fastest growing conservative media outlets in the country. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of our content.